welcome back to VLR. Try that, shall we? Okay, we're in. Yep, welcome back to VLR. We're carrying on the story where we left off. Which was last time we sort of finished off this arc, found out about what happened to Alice, hit another end. Found out we got some white gunky bloodness. Got a hand. We then started a new door, completely different timeline. Went through the red door, did the lounge, and then we carried on a bit more. Second time we went through the green door. It's time to, oh, here we go. So we went to Ball and Bay and met the very weird, British Cockney robot. That was just a strange fellow. And that's where we finished last time, because by the time it was getting a bit late, and I think the robot destroyed the last of my sanity. So, let's carry on. Oh no. Escape.
Now, Top Governor.
Oh, I've started it again. Oh well. 10, that did. Go back there after the robot. Let's get a bit of. Alright, Governor. We pushed through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and K. Hey, what the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
What's with Dio, like, doing this all the time?
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
Nothing about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both. We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
Found it in our safe.
Here are some more AB game rules for you.
See, even Dio finds that annoying.
Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this. Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before we headed to the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Hi, Yeeb. Hope you're right, bud. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What was she looking at? I couldn't tell. I was about to head over to see what's going on when... Whoa,
Quark.
hey guys.
Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared. I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere. When was the last time you saw him?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
He's gonna murder everyone.
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
All right, we need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the Floor A rooms, we'll move to Floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Hey, Quark! Quark! Nope. He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Tomochi and Kay are in the lounge. Dia and Luna should be checking the
Right,
infirmary.
okay. Let's leave that to them and head to Floor B.
You went through the door with Dio and Kay,
Yeah.
right?
So? You want to see it?
Yeah, maybe Quark went
Fine. Follow me.
there. Be an arse about it. The pantry.
The pantry. That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually. Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too. Can't
That's a
help
lot
it.
of food.
I'm a growing girl.
How old are
20,
you?
I think.
Whoa, just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're... What? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Burn. Oh, give me a break, you little
Don't
punk.
call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't going to expire anytime soon.
Yeah. There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
Made him drink it to make sure it's safe?
I guess you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly
No,
dangerous.
I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot. I ate something else! Twice cooked pork!
Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork?
What is it?
Well, it reminded me of
Reminded you
something.
of what?
This might seem hard to believe.
Bullshit.
Come on, at least let me tell you first. Not that good. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we met a robot named Gollum, who told a very interesting story.
I see. So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something. So the last thing he said was, see you right in the middle of... Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Oh, this is utterly
Really?
pointless.
I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words... Sigma! Phi! There you are! I've been looking all over for you!
What's going on?
Something bad! Something really bad!
Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me! She's in the crew quarters!
Oh, she got nutty as well. Ooh. So this like the other one. All I could hear was Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. If you've ever been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. You feel the sudden, alien weightlessness of a long fall, and just for a moment you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth, in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've ever seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. Thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't a human being any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned in my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him. So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body. If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead. Alice, why?
Still smiling, still creepy.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this. I can't
Clover.
trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you, and I'll... Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
The voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tomoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are 2 possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
Hi, Fruity. Hope you're right, bud.
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What
Do you
mean?
remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us.
This is VLR. It's the Nonary, it's the second of the Nonary games series. It's the second one from the one I was playing before the 999. So it's like continuation. It's another insanely timey-wimey thing.
There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire Nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure.
Yeah,
In a world of his own creation.
yeah, it's a visual novel puzzle thing is literally the best way to describe it. Murder mystery type thing.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather
Nailed it.
disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could have been a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No.
Well, why not?
There's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. Do you think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth.
Someone's just got murdered and they're trying to work out who did it. This guy is a guy who's trapped in a suit.
Do you remember?
He's trapped in armor.
He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Lion Tamer Boy? Nurse Girl? Robot Boy? Clover? Hey Clover. Old Guy Tomoji? Fi? Nah, it couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time and we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Yeah, he's a lion tamer. Apparently. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, K, Clover, and Tomoji. Where had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain until Abadet's game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
He seems to be a bit of an idiot.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point. We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration. The fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor.
Hey, look! 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is... well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really?
Haha. This is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask?
And keep the chat active. Appreciate it, man.
Ally.
I just like your emotes.
Of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants.
Why, he's just an ass.
But it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the two of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Oh, give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
Don't trust the guy in the top hat.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose betray?
Gentle points.
Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the Nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice.
Dark.
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
What are you gonna do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, fire was off. Seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AB gate. Wrecked.
What the you bitch! God damn it, Phi! Open this fucking door!
Absolutely wrecked. He panted on the door screaming, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
Cool. I've just got a phone call coming. I will be back in a moment. Hopefully not too long at all. So they not have the budget. They animated it earlier, so they maybe can't like animate it multiple times. Cool. Yeah, I'll be back in just a moment. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that. That took longer than I expected, but we are back and we are good. Hope everyone is still hearing me. Cool. Gave the door one last slam for good measure and then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote? This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Fi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Fi would choose Ally just went way up. After all, if you pick Ally, she betrays you.
Dio will have 9 points.
But
Exactly.
don't you think Vi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Vi is going to choose Ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose Ally.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
Okay. Sigma? You are going to choose Ally, right?
Why? Why would I do that? Of course, we have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. Oh wait, no, Alice is on my team. I'm not against it. Okay, fair enough. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
Oh, I see. Oh, nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose Ally.
Right, I will.
"30 seconds remain until polling closes."
Now, what am I going to do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. After all, I promised Luna I'd pick Ally. But what if she's lying to me?
I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'll be nice. This once.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Bobs. You betrayed. Temioji betrayed Clover. Dude.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you, Sigma.
Well. No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you
It was
too.
nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we get to pair up in the next round
Because
too.
I'll choose Ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Whoa, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally twice.
You're right.
So let's choose Ally and get the hell out of here together. Sounds good?
Okay.
Come on, why do you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Oh, yes.
We still haven't found Quark either, huh?
That too.
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
What's going on here?
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah,
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Tomoji didn't respond and just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow and then pulled up short.
Oh,
She spun on a hill and headed off towards the cyan door instead.
What just happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses Ally. Tomoji must have said something to her before the last round started. But what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out here with 9 points right
It's
now.
because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
There's another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Told.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What an ass. What the hell, man? He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Do you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have just escaped.
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him too.
Oh, come on.
You done it. Oh, Alice is dead again.
How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could, change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
But where did he go? Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with a groan and the clang of metal doors grinding shut.
The Amberjack's gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Many times as we want, huh? Then that
As
means...
long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right. Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled out automatically.
I hate that word. I just
The
dislike.
pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah, what are your bracelets, guys? It's like I'm... magenta pair.
Me too. Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait,
Yes.
green? Hold on a minute. Weren't the colours from the first game red, green and blue? And we used these doors to open magenta, yellow and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's...
The next round, we had magenta, yellow and cyan bracelets. And they opened the red, green and blue doors.
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What colour doors are we supposed to
And
open?
where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
But, okay. Let's go. I'm gonna have to see her again. Feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
Got
An
quite a
hour
while.
and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Kay and Luna step through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe. You're not
Damn,
one
fine.
to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust
A
him.
gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
That's not
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last rounds, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do is convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easy.
She would have just had to pick betray. But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So what, you're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Bum, 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 bum. Clover. Hey, come on, don't run away.
Run away?
Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from
I
us.
wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not going to be able to figure that out unless you talk to
I
people.
don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who
I
was
can't
it?
tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Oh, come on. Of course we're not.
Forget about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait, Clover. Correct. She locked us in.
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask Clover what colour her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked up Alice's bracelet off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine, what did Alice notice? Vi didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body.
I'm investigating.
Oh, she's got that key thing, hasn't she?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
Vi held something out. It was a handkerchief, stained reddish-brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
It's not hers. Who blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
You think Alice killed it?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
And you think she figured something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
We need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
Ah. It says rec room. This is the only door that's
Yeah,
unlocked.
so this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm gonna open it, okay?
How many times do I...
Oh, sweet. Tenmyoji, I'm guessing from your face that Quark's still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy? I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
No, of course not. Why would I be?
And then does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice? I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
Timioji, what's going on here? This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know?
Alright, calm down.
He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll... It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
Brought him here? Did you just say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Hey, answer me. What the hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Why?
Please.
V and I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there's no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we've been told. Suddenly... Blink of an eye, Tomoji pulled out some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed on both our wrists. Hey, what the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah, I found it when I was searching this room.
He walked towards the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff that cops use to find blood and other stuff?
Yeah.
Why did you spray us?
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone mind explaining this to
Well,
me?
you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tomoji.
Sorry, but I need to go look for Quark.
Now, you need to tell us what you're doing here. No, I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to let it go. What do you mean when you said Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither is a Zero Junior, right?
Yeah?
Then why?
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Senior will do. Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we've entered the room, and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Then what is it? Oh, I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Good job. That wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up! We've got stuff to do. Get going! Move!
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too, then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when we saw the map. It's over there.
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A, too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. I'm just going with the flow, you know? I'm seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
Rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good in 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Close for good, huh? I had to admit, I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out of that until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they'll just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Huh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kay chose ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Is Kay by himself?
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
Ooh.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors. Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that...
Becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then you're adding green, which then gives you white. So it means Fi and I would have to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
Right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Tomoji, Clover, and Quark. You know that Tomoji is a red solo, and Clover is a cyan pair.
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everyone else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
Come on, Fi. Are we just gonna go there and carry on, or are we gonna get a massive another bombshell? The lounge. Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, You see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
You mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Ninth lion ate the sun.
Do you know what that means?
Something like beware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? If the ninth lion ate the sun. Yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, the sun in the sentence.
Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything.
Whoa.
Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. You just put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
That's a kind of bonehead mistake. You think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
Not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose. Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. The ninth lion ate the sun.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
Good one.
We should get moving.
Huh? He and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What
do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah, guess you got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah, what do you think she was looking at?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
Don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
V suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at the metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves a long metal track, has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah, and pray tell, what is that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right?
Haha!
Come on!
It's been moved, hasn't it?
This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing, the handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief here? Or something along them lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it there? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it, or they could have thrown it here.
And?
One
You're
more.
almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except Clover and Kay was to go look at the number 9 door. Spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at it from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a handkerchief here then. There wasn't. Wait.
Finally figured it out, huh?
He's finally worked it out. Yeah, it's moved. Hi, Profaxel. Hope you're right, bud. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. No, wait. The A beam removed. So who was in that one?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was it the crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the Nonary game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. Oh god, Luna! Is Luna a psychopath? For the third time, Fia walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. Hope it contains a top for that woman.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the dead woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it, so no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about the handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
Means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, then carry her body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's just possible she wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have an idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. You think that Luna is Zero Jr.? Even if she was, though I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that it's some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? Should have accessed the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and weapon there? She had known they'd been discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate the crane? Luna was with us since we got out of the AB room, all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Buy Alice some clothes challenge. Then went down the floor, B together, then came back to the warehouse. Ah, Ha! Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? Didn't even put up a
You're going to
fight.
make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling which would mean that Clover probably does too. Right. Hmm?
Starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
We on the murder playthrough.
Sigma. Phi. There you are. I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna. Luna is dead.
Oh my god.
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters, the same room where Alice was murdered.
Just piling them up there, aren't they? This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake. I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck and checked for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might break. There we go. And then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Fool. Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed inside my chest and pounded the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands bulged into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and real Kays was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle
Yes,
relaxant.
since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug.
He is so insightful.
Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about
Should
the
I go
others?
get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your
What
story
do you mean?
first. When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating. Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened, so I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR, to the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence, but...
Rip.
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly, but I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they have 3 minutes to
That
escape.
would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No, I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed, the wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take
How
it?
would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was
Why are you
murdered.
asking me?
They had it. Why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense. Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
Both.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No, I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Would they have done that in 3 minutes before Kay got
It's not
hit?
impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless, so just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful.
She talking to Sigma or talking to me directly?
Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Hey.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong just to take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair.
Be James Dio.
Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
Lion tamer Dio. So, I know,
Then-
it's just... You press the bracelet right there. Bracelet gently into my
If you
hand.
don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Trust me, humans. He's like the nicest dude, but he's potentially also a massive murderer. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Who am I suspecting the most at the moment? Well, they sort of done some decent thing to make me think Luna might be the one. I'm not sure. I genuinely don't know. I'm assuming Clover killed Luna. Everything points to Luna in the thing at the moment. What I found out Kay is, I think Kay's Snake from the last game. He came with Clover and he like talks really posh. And he seems a bit of a G. Clover is implicit by default.
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, come on. Go on. Tell us. What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Good point. The little shit. Oh shit. Tomoji is a red solo. Clover is a cyan pair. Fox the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be... if we haven't found Quark by then.
Time? How much time do we have left?
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. Got. They're open.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. What were you think? You trying to kill me? What?
Fuck.
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tomoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet?
Yeah, calm down, dear.
Hand it over.
V pulled it out of her pocket. Face still shone with blue light. This has been Alice's bracelet. V's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby.
I do not believe you for a
I was told that if I
second.
didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
Oh wait, what? Is everybody, like, implicit in this?
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
I don't know if I can believe him or not, at all. It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in, and I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay.
Admiral Circus cunt lying again.
Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over.
The robots had the heart all along.
Please.
He turned to look at me and Fi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma. I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well. Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the two of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
Where's the OnlyFans link? That's stage 2, mate. Got to get to affiliate before the OnlyFans comes out. No, I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Oh, why is everyone suck?
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute.
Literally,
remains
like,
until
You're either going to watch them
doors
turn up and go
close.
into a door, or they're just not going to turn up.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Wrecked. Double wrecked. Oh god, is Kate killing us?
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Do you actually believe, Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
What
I
are you
confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kate turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. V and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our
2,
aching stomachs.
1, 0.
Wrecked.
Chromatic doors closing.
So that's Temoji wrecked, Clover wrecked, and Quark wrecked. Not quite able to walk yet. Fee and I crawled out the secondary door. Let's have a look where we're going. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Temoji, Clover, and Quark. Hopefully they were alright somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Fee finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she was carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here. I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch.
Yeah, I'm just worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
I think everyone can get out after this one. I mean, it's only 4 survivors, but yeah. Ooh. Oh boy. Look at that. A new route. Okay, let's do this. A yellow chair. Cool. I rubbed it and it turned on. I don't think the rest is going to be that easy though. Password. Oh no, not another horrible password. Please, no. Must be the main monitoring station. Well, 9 of the screens are dark though. Probably aren't powered up. Looks like it, so how do we turn them on? What kind of question is that? There's probably some switches or something around here. Okay, what else we got? Speakers. Pretty normal. They're huge. Big screen. Green chair. Some binders. Ooh. 9 switches. Little thunderbolt icon up here. My guess is they're a bunch of power switches. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? How about you try and flip some of them? Oh. Well, I'm just going to turn them all on, aren't I? Security cameras. Can you see them anywhere? You can see them just as well as I can. There's nobody there. No Dio or K either. Might as well take a good look at it though. Nothing. Red chair. Oh, another password. Another password. I don't know, looks like a machine. Helpful. A tool machine. Okay. The first step. The second step. Okay, so we've got some steps. I'm not going to go each step. That just sounds silly. Got a safe. We've got the sofa. It's weird, but I'm pretty sure they're just shelves. 8 hexagons. There are triangles wedged between them. Hourglass with red sand. Yeah. This is the purpose, I guess, a 4-second clock. 11. Button. Sun. Lion eating the sun. Whatever, right now we need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push the button. Whoa, the lights turned off. It's all lit up. Pretty colourful. Do you think it's a hint? Maybe. So we've got green on red on green. I've got the hourglasses. Can I shove them in anything? Ooh. No. Oh, there we go. There are letters on the front step. They say T J. I've apparently forgotten how to do letters. J. G. J. That's red. Blue. That's gonna be Z. I. K. G. L. E. Blue. Cyan. T. I. S. G. I'm assuming these are relevant. What's that last one? Blue. Sweet, right. Now what? Do I just try it? Green was ADGB. ADGB. Ah! Left corner, yeah. What the icon means. Change the colours to the correct ones by clicking the hexagons and triangles. That was a little too easy. Not bad. And my reward. Let's have a look. Look up. I was you. Okay. A yellow one here. SGDQNY. No. No. SDGQNY. SDGQNY. SGD. SGD. This one seems to be a little too easy. I'm really worried about what's going to happen after the last one. It's horrible. So I have to see how many seconds each of those hourglasses count and then enter the numbers on the bottom of the screen. Okay. So yellow... Yellow's 11 and red is 4. So yellow... No. 0, 4. Got one left, so that's going to be 7. 9. Is it literally just the amount of lines? 11. Then... This is a little too easy. Not bad. Another icon. Supposed to shuffle them around so they make a sentence. Just use that console. Okay. I was you. Okay, I need to do the other side, don't I? And red. Red was, oh god, TMJY. TJ. UVGJ. Let's do it. Yep, cool. 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 Yep. Sweet, we've already done this. So this needs to be the other way, so they all need to be pink this time. Wait, what? Okay. Ah! Not intentional. Oh, sweet. It'll be me. I was you. Will be me. So let's turn off the ones we don't need then. So, them three in the corner. I'm alright, I'll be a little... I you will so I thought, yeah, looks like you got it. Good work. You're the one that says she knows everything. Look at the screen. Ooh, this is the password. Okay. I wonder if that's its own sentence. She knows everything. I've learned we don't read these archives until we have finished the route. Sun, star, moon. You mean sun? Opened. This is different. Got the star key and the key. They still haven't done anything. Okay. You found it.
Wait. I just realized something. When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah, you'll talk about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely.
Leave that to me.
Oh, is she now the mad hacker?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how.
I mean, that's not fancy, is it?
Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring video data. It's like it. Where's this desktop? Where was this desktop before?
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Empty.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here. That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. That's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah, it might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's
you
this?
You want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Gollum status.
That's the system logs of those robots. I told about them in the pantry.
Yeah.
Remember?
You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everything's been erased too.
Looks like it.
What would you expect any less? I guess we're doing anything we can. Wait
what is it?
It's a scroll bar. Scrolling. I knew it. The column we met is still functionable.
What do you mean?
Functionable.
I thought you told me Gollum, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but you said that's what passes through Gollum's brain, I guess. It's in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. See his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the last one that says cash. Your file names all seem like random characters. Whatever, just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after K decked us. We tossed into that white door and left in a minute. Just watch.
Interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
What a good lad.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah, we might be able to figure out who the killer is, maybe and who Zero Senior is.
Nice. Great work, Sigma.
The computer's going to explode any second now. Besides, it's not really like I did anything. It's decked. Basically, just put it up, localize it. Deck's a word? After K decked us. I'd say that's a pretty good, yeah. Good praise for it. Fucking battered me, innit? Security footage followed K and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That leaves Tomoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. What's going on? No! My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. Hey, you alright? What's going on? What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. This is a way of making us do all the routes first, isn't it? Why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is this? Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything's speeding up. I couldn't make it out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. Ooh. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly on my head. Fee, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Yeah, okay? Her voice sounded normal again. She wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening to me seems to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure? That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think I must be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
Well, am I gonna go on a murder spree? For a moment I thought of Radical 6, but I didn't want to worry Fee if I didn't have to. Better just stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, Mama?
Fine, no more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Golem's cache.
Was this
We'll
recorded?
see you in a minute.
Up there on the right, it looks like some sort of time
Can
code.
you figure it out?
No, it's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
You look He looks at his bracelet there, probably checking how much time he has.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
Oh, is this going to be like magnified? Yep, that is way too much detailed. So it means that this is footage from 20 minutes before the primary doors open, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case.
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock. We met up with him, right? So that means we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us. That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one.
Sir, we got a time traveler.
The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
Right. Mean that this is a record of what happened around the time of Luna's death.
Exactly. Are you ready? Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is. So, this is the start of our footage. Yeah, about a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Eh? Oh, someone's coming in. Well, I called that.
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? It's not really a fight. It looks like Clover is just going off on her, Luna. Luna's staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
The hell is
Don't know.
this?
The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched Clover move steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance till she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another? Ah, no, you said that was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah, this is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. Means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it. Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
Was saying he was lying. He wasn't in Flobby Warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
Whatever it is, happened during this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, now he's left. He looked like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise. The cyan door opening?
He's got the knife, hasn't he?
10 seconds after Dio leaves, that brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay. When he heard Kay open the side door, he panicked. Whatever he's up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like
If
the
Kay
others.
was telling the truth, This is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright? Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's K coming from the bottom of the frame, and he's checking the time on his bracelet. We've come for a full circle.
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, K heads to the Floor A warehouse.
So he gets there to tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna,
Well,
right?
I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours 11 minutes and 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seemed likely that Dio's up to no good during this period. 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 30 minutes and 10 seconds, K enters the room. K also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 60 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours 29 minutes, K enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0021 with the remaining time until the primary doors open. Who done it? Vote now. Seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is Clover. Clover.
What makes you think so?
Pissed off she killed Thingy.
Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room.
Because they've worked out exactly what we did. And then
Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
yeah, but Clover and Alice worked out the thing about Luna's box and the old wall. Alice confronted Luna. Luna stabbed her to death. Luna's actually a psychopath. That footage alone isn't enough to tell her who the killer is. But if we take one thing into account, then its case against Clover gets a lot
And what is
stronger.
that element?
Dio's behaviour at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to enter the White Doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
He knew he had Luna's bracelet. Which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go for the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like, he didn't expect her to be there. Like, why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. 1, when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide it. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the White Doors without her. Seems like the kind of guy who would go out his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course, but it does make it less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're only left with one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too, and it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice
Yes.
noticed?
The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off.
I would have probably said Luna tried to...
Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
I'd probably say Luna tried to jab Clover, and Clover just defended herself. She's like a secret agent or something. When did Clover get the injection?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
I mean, it doesn't matter, they're dead. Oh, there's one last thing. Is there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either. Still unknown.
Okay, well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
Cool. Bit of Crystal Maze action. Bing, bing, bing. Why does it do this, like, screen? And then, like, actually show, like, do the, I'm pressing a button.
Yeah.
No one's here.
All right, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yep.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. Alice, Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. The thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just strange, cold shell. Every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Sorry. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same, nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a very long, weary sigh.
What's wrong? You need to get it together.
Why did she get closer?
What are we doing right now?
Looking for others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. V turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. Oh. First thing I felt was a strange cold sweat of terror. So who could this be? It's gotta be Quark! Is Quark like a nutcase? My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking finger dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs. My chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot. The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
I guess the partition was...
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah, whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped there when the doors closed.
Look, see the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
There's a cut into Moji's left. Looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. It's a bit deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal.
It could be Dio. Literally Dio or Quark.
I don't think he died from this cut.
Penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated. It's you.
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
You think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Got a point.
I take back what I just said. Yeah.
V bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. Cyan bracelet. This is Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. This can't be happening.
Hey,
Quark.
Sigma, calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
Yeah, he's a little kid, isn't he? He could probably, like, wiggle it out or something.
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Why? He probably killed everyone.
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the door closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Silver Jr. told us they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Silver Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back
Why
in.
do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead? Huh?
Quark's definitely a absolute
You need
mental
to think
case.
positive, Sigma.
I'm currently seeing Quark because you know that meme of the girl in front of the burning building smiling. That's how I imagine Quark right now.
Reality is what we believe it to be.
Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't.
V is essentially Junpei from the last game, while you're just some tool.
I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temoji weren't innocent, that they had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope V was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first. Clues. To
Kinda
who might have
clues.
killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something.
It was me reincarnated.
If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
Quark's bracelet, Clover and Temoji would have been able to get through the white doors. Killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent them.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd. I can't find anything. I should have found something. You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
Now you can't
Right.
find it. Clover isn't dead, she's sleeping, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
It's all part of a bigger plan. V knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then after a moment I saw her hands stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there? Sorry,
does.
I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
910.
It says 016.
All that.
Hang on.
mean?
I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
I think my hopes up like
Anyway,
that.
these numbers have to have something to do with the killer.
We seen 016?
She must have written
Ringing a
them
bell.
after she got hit with a soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us.
No, there's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it, this is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about the old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB rooms that makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when could she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? Footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behaviour makes Clover seem the most likely suspect. But for now, we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. Don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. Don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Tune in next time. Killed everyone. Was it Zero? Zero, sir. Who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries. 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 I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Vi. Give me something, anything. A clue, a hint. Come on, you've got to have something.
The luminol. I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
so they could test for blood.
What would they need to do in order to do that?
To need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to
That's
test. No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with the organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint.
So
you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see anything glowing.
And that would mean?
The rec room. Me and I raced for the door. Weren't sure what we were going to find, but we knew where we were going. Had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough we're looking for. There's piles of luminol there. Oh boy! That's brutal! Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after I'd seen a full room full of corpses, had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. Laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect the brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death. When death comes to a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say two species of an animal come under attack. From some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by A prevents them from moving. Because they feel no pain, some of species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, species A is eliminated, and only B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. Why is he talking about natural selection now? All creatures that walk on the face of the earth are descended from species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. Genes I've been given by million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. Okay. I guess that means you and I, the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is out there. So would that mean he killed him? I mean, Quark is gone full Hulk. There's no way getting the 10th uninvited player here without Alice killed. We've also refuted the possibility of Zero Jr. being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people are either you, me, and Quark. That means...
Being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Because he's not a child. He's a complete machine.
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the second round of the AB game, Fee and I had been out for each other's sight. Gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved the puzzles, all of it together. Except when I passed out. And I wasn't watching. And I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? Rec room and the security office weren't that far away from me. Round trip took about a minute and she killed them in 4 minutes. The whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything being fast forward, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. How long had I been like that? Might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. Where had something like mental processing speed dropping come? She jabbed me. What you doing there,
Checking
Fee?
their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio. Yeah, 2 things actually. Take a look at this. Yeah.
Knife, that was obvious. Beatrice.
Dunno.
Ooh, is that the team? Could have been the special ops people that Clover and Alice are part of. Because Alice obviously stabbed herself, because she did that before, didn't she?
It's not a name I've ever heard of before.
She stabbed
Look at the
herself with her
handle.
own knife.
You've seen it before, right?
Knife that stabbed Alice's
Right.
chest.
From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers
Like,
before.
wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Alright, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words,
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound.
right.
So they match, it means the knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio
He
have it?
must have gotten it from...
I know that. What does it mean, why did he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice. No, he saw murder everywhere and went, I need to defend myself.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait, hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? As if that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it for us to see and then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else. Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey. This is that
What
key.
do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it.
So, Alice should have had this, right? And now Dio's got it. So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait, Kay's key?
Oh man, you couldn't figure it out from the shape?
Yeah, I worked out straight away.
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
Ooh.
Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah, so that's it. Locks the
Yeah,
suit.
let's give it a shot.
Right, time to prepare myself. Key shoved the key into the slot and twisted.
It's no good. Can't get it open. Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open.
Ah.
But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
You think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah, no way we can get that mask off with our bare hands. Well, I still haven't checked him over.
I mean, already used the axe.
Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look. A spray bottle with luminol in it.
Oh no, don't.
Yeah,
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed
we
them
don't
to the
know
safe?
yet. Kay
Hold
might
on.
have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights. Yeah, if Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in
That's
here.
okay.
Though. Yeah, if they have
If
the
he
same
didn't
thought.
spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. All right, do it.
Okay.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly. Because there are traces of blood on it. We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
That leaves the old woman, Alice, and Chemoji.
Right.
Remember what Tomoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
I think Tomoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have had blood on
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
it. I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Aw, man.
Just
I like
relax,
it.
okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Oh, wait. Are you saying Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
And who
Kay,
killed Dio?
perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Think about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, oh, of course, K sprayed that. Dio would have got the knife back from Alice. And Alice just killed herself because she went nuts.
All of this awful game would be over.
At least we can leave.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Wait, what?
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Kay's not in his suit.
Quark. Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
It's either Quark or Kay's out of his suit. It's gotta be one of them, right? Wouldn't that be why it didn't open? Because it's already been used. And then he planted it back. He's a smart boy. Damn it, there's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open the AB gate anyway? That star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door, remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
We didn't find one when you
Right.
searched. Or maybe Quark's a suspect after all. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lancer and
That's
axe.
impossible. You're being an idiot.
Why am I being an idiot?
It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Alright, let's go
Any
find him.
ideas where to look?
How on earth would I know he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
You know something I don't? Ah, the room Dio and Kay invested.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark
Yeah.
might be there. Right, let's move. It all says direct.
Probably belongs to the director.
No! I hoped it was one of those
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I always wanted to sit in one and just say stuff like action or cut. Or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah, on your
Well,
side.
there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, well, if Zero Senior... What if Zero Senior is in
That
there
would
waiting
make
for us?
things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You don't need to keep asking me if...
I didn't. I was just informing. God. Hell.
There's no one here.
It's been turned.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
Hell is
A
this?
light... A sun?
There's a couple of input fields for user ID
We
and
probably
password.
can't use it unless we know what those are.
Can you put some-
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. See if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
Why are they bothered? Why don't they just, like, go to the ambidex room, get the points, and get out? He turned and head off towards him. I felt compelled to stay. Found myself staring at the screen. Lion biting the sun. Lion bite. Lion bite. Memento Mori. If the ninth lion ate the sun, remember death. Ninth lion ate. Must be the ninth lion. Then. The death. Ugh. Wait, this is a different death. Remember what? What am I remembering? What am I remembering? I can't remember what I need to remember. It's gonna continue. Oh? I ain't got a clue! No! So I've got to keep an eye out for an ID and a password. It was no good. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling I'd seen the ID and password somewhere. Oh no! Not cool, man. Password. What have we got? So I might just do this. This is if we betray Luna. Still so much to do. Crazy. I think I'll finish this little branch off and see how we're going to get murked. Then it's time to start. This shouldn't take too long. This is probably it'll be a lot of the same. And then we'll probably die somehow for betraying Luna. After we found out she murders everyone. Trey. Get wrecked, you murderous woman.
Results from round 2. Please direct your...
Trust me, you guys are going to thank me because you're going to get murdered. Yeah. So, pretty much the same thing.
Points have been assigned, or please check.
I now.
Sig,
Because you're a murderer.
you promised. How could you? Why won't you say something?
Oh, she's going to stab me up, isn't she?
At least give me an excuse.
She's going to... This is going to prove she's a murderer.
Say you wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything. I don't care if it's a lie. Just say something. I can't trust you anymore. Can I?
I can't trust you. I've just time traveled back to here, and trust me, I can't trust you.
I see. All right then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
No. I would say no, but I couldn't. That's right. I shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you. Goodbye.
Luna's face twisted as she spun away, but not before I saw tears glistening from the corners of her eyes. My heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I'd lost something very precious. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only seconds to break. If only I could have taken that second back, but it's impossible. I have no regrets for my choice. Life has only moved in one direction, and you only get to make your choices once. The past is the past, and it stays there.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
What's this? Nova yelled after him, but Tomoji ignored her and continued towards the magenta door. She glared at his receding back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyoji, you're going to go look for...
Yeah.
I want to help.
No.
No thanks.
Really?
Good choice.
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
Bad cool. They headed off through the magenta door together. Clover was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood up straight and took off through the cyan door. I turned and saw only Fee and Kay were left.
He went off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked out.
Yes, he did check the results before he left.
He had that. He wasn't happy. If he had chosen to betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP
I
right
imagine
now.
he would. Fortunately, Phi is much that was why I chose Ally. It was... Perhaps, but I made a promise to Phi.
You really sure Kay won't
Of
betray
course
you?
not. I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him. Yeah, don't you think that's important? Trusting someone, I mean. All right. We should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed. Best we split up, wouldn't you say?
We did say, and each one of us left a different area of the facility. I took to the magenta door, Fee went yellow, Kay took cyan. Lounge. spy room. Not been there yet. Seen it a lot. Been there. Crazy insane robot room. No matter how hard I looked, Quark was nowhere to be found. Eventually, I decided to head back to the warehouse. Oh, Temoji's got Quark. Oh, no, wait, what?
Wouldn't be here if I hadn't. Like I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh, please tell me.
You broke your promise to Luna.
Oh,
I don't like people who break promises.
I don't like people who break promises. There was no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm glad you found him.
Oh, you got some balls saying that, acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? He looks
He's just
tired.
sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Luna.
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here, and this'll all be over.
Wait, you make it sound like you can get out right now.
Well, he can. Didn't you see the results? Quark's PP is...
9.
Exactly.
So you're just gonna pull the lever and open the number 9 door?
He's gonna need my help to do that.
You've only got 4. Even if you get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking, oh ho, if my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door, and I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen. If you think you can be sneaky, well...
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter though. So long as Quark is safe, then
My guard was down. I barely even saw him move. It wasn't until the pain exploded in my stomach I realized Temoji had kicked me. I let out a strange sort of wheeze that collapsed to the floor. Blinking against the pain, I managed to find Temoji again. He maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Stop, Temoji. Moving made me retch. Before I could recover and call out again, he'd done it. Temoji's hand pressed against Quark against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder. I mean, it's got quite a lot of stuff going on. It's like quite a nice complex. There's a nice garden and things.
Door's almost open. So
You'd have an alright time. Go through there, you'll...
I know, but I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
Stay
Can't
here.
do that. There's a killer here. It's too dangerous. I can't take that risk with Quark's life.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
See ya.
This time we've seen the door open, though. Oh, no, wait. Didn't Fi get out the door? No, she didn't. Decided not to. Temoji! No!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
That was how it ended. Had Temoji died? Had Quark escaped? I didn't know. I laid my hand gently against my aching stomach and stared up at the ceiling. Faint, approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. Whatever. Didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it'd be better if they just let them kill me. I laid back and closed my eyes. Game. I didn't expect that to happen. I expected Luna to shank me. well, with that, I think we'll call it. When did we start? Is that today? So we finished here. God, all of that was literally just this bit. That was a lot of noveling. So this time, our choice is to go through the blue door with K. That's where we'll call it today. Should be on doing it again tomorrow. Do a bit more. I want to try and do. My plan for tomorrow is to try and get this whole sort of section done as much as possible. I think. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Then we'll try this middle section all the way back to the start again. Try it all again. Was this unlocked? No, we still haven't got any unlocks yet. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through these locks after I've kind of brought everything down to a reasonable level. Else we're going to like get some really good story and then have to go through all of this just to then find out more. Which means all the sort of mentalness should come together quite quickly. That's my idea anyway. Cool. Well, once again, thanks for watching. Hope I see you all again tomorrow. Once again, get people, if you know anyone who's got Twitch, if you know anyone who hasn't got Twitch, get them to like, so close to affiliate. The dream is real. Cool. Catch you later. Wait, there we go. Just realised my thing's muted. Haha, wicked. I was just going to say, just going to raid across to my friend Yeezy who's streaming. Obviously, it's up to you whether you stick it out or not, but I do recommend if you're just leaving it on or want to see someone else do stuff. He's a good lad. So yeah, back tomorrow. See you soon. Oh my god, I keep messing this up. I'll do it. Third time lucky, yeah? He's literally, he's commented earlier below. Like, is that how you do it? I thought, oh, it's slash, innit? Slash, not exclamation mark. Cool. Yeah, so hope you're all good. Catch you soon. See you next time. Lots of love. Mwah, 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 mwah.